So in 2007, The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford came out. It's directed by Andrew Dominic. It was written by him as well. So the cinematography is by Roger Deakins. It has Brad Pitt and Casey Affleck in it, and it's an amazing movie. So the movie is about exactly what the title says: the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. But there's a real emphasis, especially in Andrew's writing, on the development of Jesse James and Robert Ford as characters, and he handles that expertly. He really develops Jesse and Robert extremely well, and Brad Pitt as Jesse James is amazing. But Casey Affleck as Robert Ford is flawless. Like, I can't find any flaws with Brad's performance, but Casey's performance in this is really next level to me. He really delivers, and he, at least for me, he created a sense of empathy for Robert Ford, at least for me, and the way he portrayed him. Because especially towards the end of the movie, I personally just felt for Robert, man. He really, as a character, was just misunderstood and just kind of outcasted, I think, which really led to what he does at the end of the movie. At least that's from what I think. And Brad really gives Jesse James such a layered depth to him. That's the best way I can put it. But Jesse James is he's just got a lot going on, I think, that Brad really just brings to life in this. I really can't praise his performance enough. And also, we have Sam Rockwell in this as Charlie Ford, and he does amazing as well. I really like Sam Rockwell. He was in this movie called Moon. It's on Netflix. I would totally check it out. And then we have Paul Schneider as Dick Little, and honestly, he's an underrated character in this. I think Paul Schneider is an underrated actor. He's in George Washington as well, which is an amazing movie. But whenever he's on screen, he really kind of not steals the show, but he's, at least to me, he's hanging out with, or hanging in the same ballpark as Brad Pitt and Casey. His character, Dick Little, is hilarious, and I don't know, I just really like the way Paul portrayed him. So I feel like his performance didn't get mentioned enough or at all. But yeah, his performance as Dick Little was really good for whenever he's on there. He didn't have he gets screen time, but not as much as obviously as Jesse or Robert or Sam. But I still really like his performance a lot. And this brings me to Andrew Dominic's directing. It's perfect. I really have no gripes against it. The runtime is 2 hours and 40 minutes, but that's completely justified, I think. His directing is, I really can't find anything to fault it. And it's pretty straightforward in the way he tells it. There's not any trickery or anything like that going on. But he, at least to me, his vision, you could tell, was really well realized. He knew exactly what he was doing and the type of story he needed to, or he wanted to tell. And his vision really comes to life with Roger Deakins' cinematography. All together with Andrew Dominic's writing and directing, the performances by Brad Pitt, Casey Affleck, Sam Rockwell, Paul Schneider, and then we have Roger Deakins with the cinematography, it really just makes such a good movie. They all together, it just clicks. It really does. I really can't attest to Roger's use of lighting to invoke such a mood in this, because there's definitely a distinct visual palette going on of browns, greens, and yeah, just browns and greens and earth tones that I loved. I loved the visual palette that they made in this. But Roger Deakins, again, with his, I mean, it's Roger Deakins. He's one of the best cinematographers ever. So yeah, he kills it. And then the score, which I haven't really heard people talk about. I personally love the score in this. Really underrated. It, again, it has a melancholy tone to it, I think. But it is so good. I love the score. I just really like it. But together, I mean, this just makes such a good movie. So I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. One thing about my reviews, this is from a perspective of a filmmaker and a film lover, so I'm really always gonna side with the filmmakers. I feel like most critics go into a movie trying to find something to gripe on it or bag on it about. I'm the opposite. I'm going into a movie trying to find something I love about it. So you're not going to see a lot of negative reviews from me. So if that's what you came here for, I'm sorry. But yeah, you won't find that here. But yeah, this movie gets a 10 out of 10. Love this movie. It got overshadowed by There Will Be Blood and No Country for Old Men, because these three movies all came out in the same year, I'm pretty sure. And it really should be mentioned just as much as No Country for Old Men and There Will Be Blood, in my opinion. I really love No Country for Old Men. There Will Be Blood. I'll make a video on that. Well, yeah, that's another story for a different day. But yeah, this movie is absolutely amazing. All around. I really can't recommend it enough. So yeah, 10 out of 10.